Welcome to No Hacks Snacks, a series of short interviews with experimenters, optimizers, marketers, and product builders from all over the world. In this one, I asked Brendan McNulty, CRO, experimentation, and product expert, about some quick and easy research methods you can do today. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this in the future. Brendan, I have a question for you. What are some quick and easy methods to do more research?
Great, thank you. So one of the things that we always get as optimizers or as product people is that we have a billion different priorities, managing backlog, doing QA, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that takes us away from the core idea, which is actually getting closer to the customer and understanding the customer on a regular basis. And what I like to do is try and put more of these sort of snack elements of research in terms of validating what we can do and understanding the customer and doing more of that. And what I like to do is use our good friend AI across numerous different channels in order to help me understand this more, because it helps you decode the process a whole lot more. So I'm going to talk about some tools that I use, and I'll dig into them a little bit more. So SimilarWeb is an awesome tool, and unfortunately is quite expensive, but you can get a week's free subscription at any time. So if you've got a new project, I would recommend this. Please don't ignore the SimilarWeb. But basically, what's interesting there is that you can get people's paid search overview. So you can see the ads that they use for paid search. So if you take your closest competitors, you can see what they're using for paid search. What I like to do then is to put that into AI and understand what are the key value propositions that people are speaking about in that area. Because once you understand that, you can understand the levers that people are using in order to purchase. So they might talk about delivery, they might talk about guarantees, they might talk about pricing. You can start to get an idea of the market as a result of that. Another thing that they do with SimilarWeb is they have an overview of the top organic search terms, and that can help you understand how people are getting to the site, what sort of content structures are interesting in terms of navigation, in terms of how you might want to structure things like that. Another interesting thing from SimilarWeb, or that I like to use, is looking at the other sites that people have browsed, so the top websites that people have browsed. And in looking at those top websites, you can kind of understand what the process is around how people shop for a product. So do they look at different social sites? Do they look at comparison websites? Do they look at, is there Reddit in there? Is there Wikipedia? So it gives you an idea of sort of the sophistication of the customer, as well as how people might shop. Another thing that I like to do is I like to take as much resource as possible around looking at what's happening on Reddit. So I would look at GummySearch. I don't know if you're familiar with GummySearch.
No. What does it do?
So if you have an area that you're interested in, say we're looking at headphones, you'll put that into GummySearch, and that will show you the biggest subreddits that are associated with it. And it'll give you the trending topics and things like that. So I like to find the biggest subreddits, put all of that. I like to scrape all of that kind of information. Then I like to put in my brand and my competitors' brands, and scrape all of the conversations that are about that. And then potentially even the product space. So for example, if you're trying to buy headphones, I like to put that in and just see what people are talking about. The tool that I like to use in order to analyze that is NotebookLM. I don't know if I'm sure you've used it,
Yeah.
but The cool thing for those who are not nerdy around AI as we are is that what NotebookLM does is it excludes the LLM data and only concentrates on what you have uploaded. So what's interesting there is I like to then query all of this data, and you can upload up to I think 50 different data sources in there.
Right.
So I'm going to find what are the buying criteria that people use. What are the barriers to purchase? What are the motivations around purchase? What are when they're searching for things online? What do they find? What's lacking? So in going through all of that, what's also cool with NotebookLM is that you can get a little podcast that'll talk you through what you've got. I mean, it's a bit gimmicky, but it's still pretty cool. One caveat I might add to these discussions is that I wouldn't take anything that comes out of all of these and say, this is holy, this is the only thing that we should look at, because it comes with the fact that you're doing snack-sized research and you're doing stuff that you can do in a couple of hours or an afternoon or something like that. So you'll want to corroborate it with other sources of data, but it is very helpful in order to get somewhere.
I think that last part is super important with AI. And then, well, every time you scroll through LinkedIn, you see that not everyone thinks that way. When you see all of those exciting news and I don't know what else posts that are just direct copy and paste from what ChatGPT spied out on the first time. But to go back to SimilarWeb, I just want to follow up on that. And not Reddit as well. You're using customer intent data, basically, from other platforms that are not necessarily about CRO or about direct optimization, but you are looking into the brains of customers and what their needs are and what their intent is. And that way, you not only optimize your ad strategy and then your acquisition strategy, but your website as well. If you understand what it is that people in this category want and what their pain points are, and you can using this, it becomes significantly easier to create your landing pages or your entire website.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, my background is in conversion rate optimization, and what we're trying to do is not, obviously we're trying to optimize the page, but we're trying to optimize the customer mindset when they are on the page. So first prize is for us to have direct communication with your customer, because that's the customer you've driven through your acquisition channels and whatever. But what we also want to get is we want to understand what the market is thinking. And there's all of these options for free, inverted commas, but people are sharing information with us all the time. I mean, Google is the largest intent database out there, because by what people are typing in, you can understand what their thought patterns are and what they are doing. Shout out to things like Keywords Everywhere and Answer the Public and tools like that.
Absolutely,
which
yes.
do exactly that. They allow you to understand what people are searching for, what they also search for, how they describe it, all sorts of things like that, which can help you in terms of what's your content structure, what's your navigation structure, what are important things to put on product pages when you're trying to sell to people. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can intimate through this that isn't directly related to the customer, that is still fascinating for you.
Exactly. Just to recap, research actually can be easy and can be quick and easy at the same time if you're just using the right tools and if you know where to look. Brendan, thank you so much. This has been so insightful. We have to, one more thing.
One more thing. I have to shout out my SoundCloud. I'm doing a newsletter once a week about experiments with AI, 52 AI experiments. You can see it on my LinkedIn. Please sign up and learn along with me as I learn product and all about AI.
I love it. Thank you for mentioning that. Thank you, Brendan.